Welcome back. You're invited to the ball.
That's right. We're about to have ourselves a good old get down at Castle Ravenloft with the whole crew here. The Flames of Change, as they've been calling themselves.
Names of
For
change.
better or worse. Anyway, I'm joined here with Jayla, Rude, RJ, and Josh as they continue on their journey to Castle Ravenloft to put an end to the blight that has plagued Barovia. They recently got an invite after going to the town where we met the wonderful family of the Vanderlofts and their good old times that they had planned for their daughter, which was did not come to fruition. They picked up a new party member. It happens to be her brother. And upon so, they left the town in flames, though it wasn't by them, but by a certain other person, a Baron. Yeah, for once, it wasn't by the party. No, it was actually by the Baron von Strahd, who has left them with a letter or an invitation, if you will, to join him at the castle. With which case, they are now currently being escorted in a way to the castle. You guys have all made your provisions, so on and so forth. You've arrived near the gate. As you get closer, you see citizens and townspeople from areas all over this country surrounding the castle, yelling and holding up pitchforks and down with the king, the evil one, purge him from this land,
I like these guys.
As you come close enough, past the rabble that is currently outside the gates, Esmeralda stops the cart and she's okay. Once we go in here, I have no guarantee as to what is to happen. I highly suggest that you are all prepared to the best of your abilities. I have very few things that we may use while in there, but I make no guarantees as to what that maniac has planned for us. Is there anything of which you would like to do beforehand before we enter within this keep?
I don't think there's anything. Oh yeah, we don't have. We're donned in just like regular clothes, right? We don't have our armor and all that on. We're in like fancy clothes.
Formal attire.
No,
Well, it's how you want to dress.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't make you wear that. It was just a gift for you guys to wear. There was no, you can't enter the building unless you're dressed for dinner.
Ties only.
That's right. This is a blood tie affair. So that's up to you. Whether you wear the dress, whether you do not wear the clothes, is you interpret it however you like.
My armor is my formal attire.
Okay.
Which armor?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can put the clothes on the suit of armor.
There you go.
He should be formal.
Make him a fancy boy.
So it's formal, but ready to kick ass.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. There was nothing in the note that said wear your best. I won't accept you otherwise.
Well, Jumble still has a top hat from the death house, so he's going to wear that at least.
Oh, okay. Got the top hat, so you're looking a little dashing. Yeah, Esmeralda, she didn't even bother with that dress or anything. No one else did either.
No.
They're all cleaning their weapons and stuff in the back of the wagon, just getting things ready, looking things over, making sure it's all in tip top as they get ready to move. With that, Esmeralda's like, okay, once we are inside, do you guys have any plans or anything? What do you think you would want to do once we get inside the building?
Well, Madam Eva did tell us about a couple of items to fight Strahd with that best we can reckon are supposed to be inside Ravenloft. See, there was something about a place of supplications where we would find a weapon, I believe.
Yes, I mean, one powerful weapon enough to possibly kill Strahd. And if it is within his own home, I wary of where we will find it, but hopefully we shall find it.
There was in the tomb of Strahd's old enemy.
Sergei, you mean? Yes, his brother. Very interesting. If that is another key location, there may be something of great use there.
And so perhaps we should travel to the crypts. It's usually where tombs are.
Indeed. Well, we shall. Once we enter the building, we shall be looking for things. Any signs of where you may think these items may be found, especially that weapon to use against Strahd. I know it is of great power and is definitely very important. So I can only suggest that we keep our guard up here in the meantime. And she pulls out this crate underneath one of her in the wagon underneath one of her beds, and she passes out 2 potions to everyone. So she's just like, here, here, here. May it help you in case things do become dire.
What kind of potions are
They're
these
just
made?
they're just simple potions. Nothing too fancy. It is enough for a good heal, but I would not count on them to bring you back to life, if you know what I mean. A couple of scratches can fix, not the cut off arm or leg, as you can see. And she kind of like taps at her mechanical leg.
Oh, right. Yeah. Forgot you had that. It's very shiny.
Well, thank you. I forget it's there too sometimes. She steps out of the wagon. All right. There is one problem we do have, and that is the young lady and her brother. He is after you, and you being around us is dangerous. I do not know if you should be traveling with this party or not. It is concerning to be within this castle. I don't know how the rest of you feel.
Well, she hasn't exactly been safe outside the castle. Wherever we go, it seems like some crony of Strahd comes. Not exactly appealing to go into the mouth of the bear, though, so to speak.
This is true.
She is our one bargaining chip. We should probably hide her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but haven't we been trying to hide her all over Barovia already? Didn't work out so hot.
Hmm.
I think it's a good idea if we stay together.
I have to agree. I will stay with my sister and come with you. I feel as if we move together, we should be able to handle almost any situation, and I will do my best to keep her safe.
That a boy, Ismark.
And Irina nods, like, I want to see this through the end. We've come here to kill this monster. I want to make sure that he is gone, and to no longer plague these lands. Yeah, they all nod. Yes, good idea.
This is Esmeralda. Will you be accompanying us as well?
Of course, I have plans to put a stake through that pompous ass's heart and rid him from these lands. As you can see, like she's gearing herself up to the teeth with us like holy water, and she's ready to go. She's got her crossbow and everything else set.
Whole montage of items everywhere.
Everyone getting ready. She's just sitting there like taking wooden legs and just buzzing them around the sides.
All right. Are we like in the castle yet? Or are we still outside?
No, you're outside. Currently, you guys are. Let me look. You are right outside. You just got past the gates. There's 2 giant towers with a big gate there, and then there's a bridge that comes across into the castle area. You guys have just made it past that, and you're about ready to get out of the wagon and walk across the bridge.
All right. I'll keep my weapons holstered.
Which
for the time
I
being.
will send a picture right now. is. Did I not save it? I didn't save a picture of it. Wow. I'll send it to you in a second. I thought I did. That's on me.
Probably a lot of pictures to work through.
Yes, I do. And most of them are all map areas, and this is kind of on the outskirts. You won't have to worry about the K1s and 2s and stuff. They're all actually outside. You can see from the outside of the castle Ravenloft.
Oh, okay. Yep.
They're mainly the areas you aren't going to really go to. I mean, you can if you want, but I'll explain in a second. I need all you guys to roll perception, by the way.
Perception.
Perception. Dang, Jumble's on it.
Hey,
Hey.
I perceive that I perceive something.
Oh, you perceive. You all perceive. Even
I
Marilyn perceives.
perceive.
I can perceive clearly now. Anyway, so you guys look upon Castle Ravenloft as you step outside of the wagon. The horses kind of neigh a little bit. It's definitely an area land they don't want to be near. A little bit of feed from Esmeralda and Pats or whatever, and then she says some magic words, and the horses disappear as the wagon kind of drops down and goes into like armor mode. The big metal like cage comes around it. It's like a scene from Batman when he pushes the button. It's just boom, clamps over it, and everything's just tightly sealed in the iron wall. Basically,
Mordecai's thoroughly impressed. It's pretty badass.
You don't get to live as long as I have without having a few tricks. And oh yeah, like do you want to say, speaking of Mordecai, you want to tell the group what you built while you were on your travels?
Well, to put it bluntly, I turned Battlecat into a lightning rod that can clamp onto his enemies and shoot arcs of bolts.
Oh yeah. Say yes to violence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's electrifying.
Lightning cat.
Battle Cat has become Lightning Cat.
That's right. Beware, evildoers.
But yes, he made a couple of modifications as an artificer finally. So
Finally.
but again, yes. Well, I mean, you besides using your gun, that's basically what you've had time to do. And make a battle cat that also stops people from making bad decisions. So you have that. Yes, you guys are all armed, ready to go into the castle. You start walking across, and as you make your way across the bridge, you notice that there's not a whole lot of activity currently outside the castle for the most part. Surprisingly, for such a large building, you would think to be inhabited with more people, even dead or undead. The grounds are empty. This large castle kind of looms over eerily with lightning striking in the background. No rain, but it's just it's a terrifying scene. An eerie presence of sorts. Irina is kind of getting a little wary as she heads towards the building, but her brother pushes behind her, as well as Marilyn's brother as well, to like give her a boost of confidence, like, hey, we can do this. And you guys make your way forward towards the large doors currently in the front of the castle.
I stomped my foot 3 times and muttered, "Roomsh."
I tried to reassure Irina that she'll be safe. We'll make sure.
Uh-oh. That guy slipped away?
Where's the artificer?
Jasmine's making a bunch of noises.
Oh Lord. I'll wait for him. I have to describe a couple more things before we actually get into the building.
He's coming back right now.
Here we go.
Mordecai
Mordecai had
had
to use little artificer's room.
he had to feed Battlecat. He's getting hungry.
Battle dog. Okay, so now as you guys make your way towards the door, you notice some things. There's a thick, cold fog that's now starting to swirl in the courtyard. There's still sporadic flashes of lightning, some weeping clouds overhead, but no rain is coming out. There's a warm light that's spilling out from the entrance near the courtyard. Some round windows with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. As immaculate as this building once was, it looks a little run down and beaten up as you get closer. From a distance, it may look kind of extravagant and large, but the closer you get, the more you start to realize that this has not been kept up that well as it should have been.
So much for a Lord of Barovia.
I know. With what we've seen at Barovia, I say this fits to a T. You know, a T full of shit.
Roll perception, please. Jumble.
Oh boy.
It is shit.
As you say the word shit, you notice the doors start to open over by you. Standing near the door, all of you are. The large door swings open. And from there, it looks like an elven man of very pale complexion is in front of you. And he greets you and says, "Good evening. I see you have gotten the invitation. My master wishes to see you in the dining room. Please follow me." And he bows himself and lifts his hand towards the entrance of the door into the building.
I warily advance. Head high, but just keeping an eye out.
Back all nice propositions.
Trying to be as imposing as possible.
Nice.
With your armor in lockstep behind you.
Yep.
All right, yeah, I'll follow along and yeah, also kind of glance around warily.
Would you like to look around as you make your way through?
Yeah, good idea.
Yes.
I'll roll for perception. 17.
8.
4.
I'm too
Too
worried
dirty
about
for
my
Maryland's
crime.
liking.
Yeah,
23.
Marilyn, you're a little creeped out by this guy just suddenly showing up, especially the way he looks. But the rest of you are getting
tanning.
and Zolder, like you're more concerned with Irina, but Mordecai, Jumble, you guys are looking, and you can tell like even though the outside may look a little crummy, the inside it's something in the world entirely. There's a lot of thick stone. You can also notice these 4 large stone small dragons perched on each corner of the room of the entryway as you make your way in. And the entryway is huge. Like it may not be a large room in terms of walking distance, but the mass size up is about, you would guess, to almost 30 feet tall, if not higher, with these pillars around you as you make your way into the building. 4 pillars, and upon them are 4 dragons. And you could swear, especially you, Mordecai, that there's like a little bit of life as you see smoke coming out of the nostrils. To no one else, but you notice it.
Huh?
You almost don't believe it. You're like, no way that stone just breathed a little bit of smoke. But you do notice a little smoke.
Something going on with that over there, guys. See that?
But see what?
Nope, smoke coming out of there. You guys didn't see that?
Out of what?
The nostrils over there?
I mean, I saw some really high ceilings and some stone dragon things that it's
Oh,
it's
now
a
I
lot
see
to
it.
take in.
Oh, don't worry about those. Those are only for people who tend to leave when told not to. Rodon chimes in, looking back as he keeps making his way forward, leading you through. The dragons mean no harm so long as you stay within the confounds. There are a lot of things in this castle that bump and move, but so long as you follow the master's rules, I see no reason you should come to harm.
Mhm.
And he proceeds to continue on forward.
We
Oh,
will
thank
see.
you for the warning, my good fellow. By the way, we didn't catch your name.
Ah, a million pardons. My name is Rahadin. I happen to be the right-hand servant to our master Strahd. handpicked and have been here for decades.
So gainful employment, yes, certainly.
Indeed. Why would I want to leave the side of a man who's such a genius as well as a great benefactor of this country?
I bet you give a great tour of the whole castle.
Oh, indefinitely. But that is not the wish of my master currently. He only wishes for me to see you to the dining room. From there, it shall be up to the master as to where and when you will go anywhere. Now, if you please, we shall continue forward. He turns again, continuing on towards the dining room as you follow and tail.
Kind of discuss loudly with Marilyn so that hopefully, was it Rahad or just Rod?
Rahadin.
Rahadin, okay.
Yes, Rahadin.
Yes, a very good point, Marilyn. We certainly would love to see this wondrous residence of the Lord and Master Strahd. I mean,
I
certainly
know.
a man as grand as him would have a very grand home to tour. Very
So many
well thought of.
stories. Uh,
Exquisite
Indeed.
architecture.
Indeed.
It is a beautiful castle. Ravenloft is within the family for some time. Interesting fact, it actually was built on top of a barricade of sorts, made by necromancers as well as a few others. And from there, this
oh.
castle has flourished. Maybe in time you will be able to see it. Who knows? Maybe in time you'll be part of it. I never know with the master.
The castle flourishes while the rest of the people wither away.
Ah. If only they'd follow like I would, they would not see it as hunger, but as a way of a great testament to the master's will. And
Indeed.
possibly with the lovely Irina with you now, we may actually see Barovia become the great country it once was. Because I know Master Strahd can make it so again. And he continues to keep moving through as you make your guys way through the entryway to the great entry and then to the guest hall, in which case he then opens up a door to the dining room hall.
Okay, I'm
If
just
you would
gonna
please.
take a quick glance around, see if I can get some clue on like different hallways and where they might lead. 16.
Okay. So from the great hallway, you can see the great entry. Cobwebs stretch between the columns to support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall dimly lit by sputtering torches and iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionless on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand close to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into the darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, though which you hear sad and majestic organ tones, with which, as you guys have become closer and closer to it, you are starting to hear that more. And then within the guest hall, torchlight flutters across the walls of this vaulted hall. To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending at the spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in a shallow alcove. To the west, large double doors hang slightly open, and a steady, bright light escapes through the opening. Swells of organ music come from behind the doors, spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall. Now, after this has been said, the door is now open, and again, the butler, or Rahadin, bows and again pushes his hands forward. If you would please be seated.
All right. I'll find a seat next to Irina.
Is Stroud already seated at the table, or
Roll perception.
oh, good call. Probably a table so long I really need to perceive to.
Got
You
the
know, they
seat.
love those long tables in fancy homes. It's
Oh yeah.
50-foot table.
yeah, for 5 people.
It's about right.
Actually, I think what I'll do is perhaps slide a chair out for Irina And I'll just kind of like stand behind the chair next to her, like where I'd be sitting, with my hand up on top of the chair.
Oh, nice.
It's hard to sit in this armor.
Very gentleman of you. Mordecai, did you roll perception or no?
Oh, no, he was wool gathering.
Uh,
22.
Okay, Jumble, Mordecai, you guys look forward as you enter the room. And yes, it is a large room, very long, not as wide, but long enough, like you said, large table, beautiful dining table, full of feast, all different types of animal and vegetable, as well as sides, just across this table. Like it's lavish, beautiful candles with silver just everywhere. Gorgeous. Candle lights across the entire table, duck, pheasant, different types of fowl, pig, and all the way at the end, after the dining room table, is this organ, and it's a very beautiful organ. And from there, you can see Strahd is currently at the organ playing this very beautiful yet eerie melody upon the organ. He scoffs a little bit when he sees that he turns to see Zildred lifting the chair for Irina to sit. But other than that, he goes back to his organ and continues to play.
I give him one of those scoffs that.
Or we just have a scoff off.
Yes.
Off.
It's a scoff off. We're gonna scoff. No, Rodden goes throughout the castle. Scoff off, scoff off. Anyway, Marilyn, Zildred, you're more concerned on Irina. Zildred, Marilyn, you just got a whiff of the smell of the delicious food, and you're not sure what to think because you were expecting this full-on, like, terrifying experience, and the whole room just kind of feels warm, and with the rich smells of delicious food, it's kind of throwing you off a bit as to what's going on around you. And now here's the description for you guys. 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laid with many delectable foods, as I said before: roasted beef and savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, sweet fruits and vegetables. And everything is delicated with china and silver. A crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. And at the center of the far west wall, between 2 floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in a tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and as a deep silence falls over the dining room, slowly turns towards you. And with that, Strahd stands up and looks to the party.
And we look back at him.
And then he goes back to the organ.
That's what I thought. Scoff.
Who would like an encore? Just kidding. That's not what he says.
Take requests.
Put your hand down.
This next one is Wonderwall.
I note an abyssal reminds me of the whales of the dam.
I've heard them too, my friend. You're such an interesting being, to say the least. You know, I have met your maker. He is too an interesting man. It is good to finally meet you again, not in more dire circumstances. Hello again to you all. As you all know, I am Strahd. I have met you when you first came, and I am now with you here in my castle. I'm happy to have you, so please feel free to eat, and we may discuss our business. He then turns and he sits at the head of the table and just kind of puts his hands crossed and sits back and just thumbs away while he looks at you guys and waits for you to partake, if not to conversate.
Where are you sitting, Marilyn?
Where are you sitting, Jumble?
I guess just right here, like, at least not near Strahd, so trying not to be rude about it, but at least, like, a little further than the halfway point of the table away from him. If there's a seat there.
I like it. I'm sitting next to Jumble.
Sit on the other side of Maryland. The Battlecast is next to me.
I'm trying to think of, do vampires even eat? Do I roll Arcana for that or investigation maybe?
Wisdom. What do you have for like in terms of for knowledge? Not of Arcana.
What about
Let's-
religion?
Yes.
okay, yeah. It's about the same on a lot of mine, but 3. Okay, yeah, I got no clue.
I got a 19.
Yeah, you kind of scratch your head a little bit. Oh, you want to know too if he eats?
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
Not,
that's
So for one who doesn't eat, this is quite the extravagant feast. More than
well, I
what
have
could
such.
feed this party.
Well, well, I mean, nothing is too good for my guests. I brought you here, and I wish to feed you. I myself have already ate. As wipes a bit of blood off his lips. Excuse me.
You foul beast.
Did you say that out loud?
I say it in about that tone. Foul beast.
How's his hearing?
Kind of under my breath.
He scoffs a bit.
Scoff back.
I carefully look the food over just to see if there's like no foul play, like something.
Oh yeah. With
Painting
your
it.
roll, yeah, nothing. It's actually, from what you can tell, as far as your knowledge, it's none of it is actually poisoned. It literally is just prepared for you guys to feast. There's no
Oh.
poisons, no alternative motive, just food to consume for his guests.
I just go "Goosh," and start chowing down.
I should not have
Marilyn,
sat
your
next to him.
brother's. And it's funny because your brother's the same way right now. He's famished. She's like, I mean, your family didn't really have a whole lot for him to nourish himself on, so he's scarfing. He didn't even smell it or question it. He's just eating it. Esmeralda, if you guys can see, she's got her hand on her crossbow in her lap right now, and she's getting ready to like unleash. But she's holding back right now, waiting for opportunity.
Is she sitting at the other head of the table, like opposite of Strahd, all the way at the end?
No, she's by Irina and her brother right now.
I figured that'd be a Esmeralda move, just back there chilling in the other chair opposite of him.
Mm-hmm.
How's Irina look?
Irina,
Yeah.
she's looking a bit weird, to say the least. Roll perception.
She's not feeling peckish.
Mm-mm. I wouldn't
Oh,
say the word
that's-
peckish.
Bella must be kicking in again.
11.
13.
She doesn't
Yeah,
appear to
she's-
be flushed, does she?
No, her eyes look almost glazed in a sense. She's looking like she's almost entranced, staring at him, and you can see like a little bit of sweat coming off her forehead.
I kind of put my hand on her shoulder and lean in to whisper, "Are you okay?"
She doesn't
What's
answer
going on?
back. Her lips are kind of trembling right now.
Does she look scared, or is she like took too many mushrooms?
It's like mesmerized in a sense. Like the lights are on, but no one's home. Like she's being pulled somewhere else almost.
I walk around to the other side of the chair and kind of stand between her and Strahd.
With 15 perception, do I notice that about Irina?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
Mordecai, you don't.
as-
What if that's what you're looking for?
No, I was trying to see how the duck tasted.
It tastes like duck. I mean, you can't tell like with that kind of roll. You can't tell if it's like a finely cooked like Gordon Ramsay style meal, but
Gonna
you
try to be
definitely
a
know
food
that. Yeah,
oh,
all you know is that it tastes good, and you can't exactly explain what's on the duck that makes it taste so good.
well, since I've been
But it's
chowing
good.
down nonstop, I'm gonna try and let out a belch loud enough to snap Irina out of it.
Okay.
I think I'll roll athletics on that.
Yep. No. Roll performance,
Oh.
please.
Performance. Ah, dang.
Well, maybe
Not
you can
one
do
of
a
my better
backflip
ones.
while you do it or something.
No performance. Yeah, if you want to like do like some crazy like wah 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 as you like do your burp, but
No. Yeah, no, that's a not so
yeah,
much.
you burp when you choke on a piece of that duck, a bone comes out of your throat, and it actually does kind of pull her from her trance because she wasn't expecting to see this like duck thing, whatever you ate, just like spew out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe I ate too fast.
Strahd kind of
Do your
an
thing.
annoyance. I see that you are not a creature of manners. Next time I talk to your professor, I will have to ask him about that.
Oh, he's not all that polite either, really. So
Mm.
in my experience,
I must agree with you. Actually, you are right. That man is not very well in manners as well. Especially to come into my land as he does so freely and leave, taking only what he wants.
yeah,
Though
that sounds about right.
I will say he is a man of ambition like myself, though.
You gonna
Okay, I'm I'm not sure if that's a compliment.
Mm-hmm. Time will tell.
before
So
as
go ahead.
as Strahd's attempting to get out his next words, I'm gonna slam my hand on the table. Why are we here? Just to totally interrupt him.
I think you are all well aware of why you are here. You have someone who belongs to me, and I
Oh,
want her. Yes, I did not stutter. I long for her. I have already tasted her. I will have her again. And I will not let you simpletons stand in my way. I have been gracious, I am courteous, and I have given you every option to give me what I want. And at this point, I shall wait no longer. I am giving you one choice now within your party to decide. Either you hand over the girl now, or you will suffer at my hands. I leave you with those choices. And then he
And
just
we
he
have
curls back and sucks his finger and just waits
this
for
is
an
a pretty
answer.
big decision. Can we have a night to think it over?
You would like a night to think it over.
I
You
mean,
have
this
had
is
days in my country. You have walked upon my lands. You have killed part of my people as well as some of my own guards. You have gone through and destroyed even a factory of setting that were pies that were giving dreams to those around them. But you want me to give you a day to think of giving me what I want?
or two.
You come here and make demands of me?
it was more of a request, but when you put it like
Well, in
that,
that case, yeah, no problem. I'm sorry. That's silly of me. Duh.
well, when you
I'm
put
sure.
it like that, it does kind of skew the perspective a little. So, okay, yeah, that does sound a little unreasonable now.
You could at
No.
least give us an hour to talk amongst ourselves about it.
Well, you shall have just that. Feel free to wander my castle. Enjoy your stay, for this may very well be the last place you stay. And with that, as he says that, suddenly you realize that he's not even a person. It's been an illusion this entire time in front of you. As he disperses like smoke. And as he does that, you actually feel the warmth that was once in this room gone. It is like all of a sudden, like someone opened a window in freezing temperatures as bone chills has come over all of you as a wind roars through the hall, ripping open the doors from which you guys were in the dining room at. And you hear the screech of doors of ancient hinges and solid thuds of heavy doors slamming shut one after another. You hear the groans and aches and pains within this hollow halls of Ravenloft start slamming things shut, but not locking. You don't hear any locks, but you hear these doors just slam. And with that, all the lights within the areas that you guys have just walked through, every entrance hall, the guest hall, and this dining room, every torch goes out. It is almost pitch black now in this room.
Pull out Lightbringer.
Yeah, and I get out my radiant greatsword and light it up.
Let there be light.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys said something to him because I was about 2 seconds from throwing a plate at him.
Ah, I'm just glad I didn't waste an arrow.
So
Pompous prick.
So, wait, so how is he playing the organ if he wasn't really here?
it's a pre-recording. I knew it. He can't play the organ.
You see a tape recorder on top of the organ.
So after I click on Lightbringer, I want to look at the food. Is it still food, or is it like
Right.
addled with maggots and?
Oh yeah,
buzzing
you look it over.
butterflies?
It's still food. It actually was cooked. It was no illusion. That food was real. 100%.
Is Rahadin still here?
No, once you guys made your way into the hall, he was gone.
Oh, okay. Yep.
His whole thing was just to let you into the dining hall, and that was it.
How is Irina looking now?
She's fine. She's pretty a bit heavier now that the trance is over.
No, that's where did you go?
I don't know. I felt this pull I've never felt other than being around him. It was like I was being drawn and I couldn't stop myself. Everything just faded away, and all I could see was his figure and shape and light, and I had no control over my body. It's like I was suddenly lifted.
Let's see. Hold on.
Well, I'm investigating. I want to try and see if I can figure out maybe where, well, with the place of supplications we're looking for, I'm assuming a chapel of some sort, or yeah, just religious area. So I'm kind of trying to figure out if I can come up with a direction we can head to find that.
So, from where you are now, you are currently in the dining hall. So, to do so, again, all these doors have been shut off to you. Everything slammed shut, got dark. So, if you're looking to open those doors, you can. And again, I will describe what rooms you're in.
All right, let me take a gander
But
at
just,
the map.
I guess I was just trying to investigate on which door might seem the more likely
what?
one
You're
for
breaking
a
up, Rin.
chapel. Say again?
So you're trying to figure out what room is the most likely for a chapel?
Yeah, or at least which direction to start heading, out of the, like, I think 4 doors we have.
Well, from where you are now, besides behind you, the door in front of you goes back out into the guest hall, which then leads back out to the main hall. But from there, it's a straight, and then there's other rooms outside that, but you'll have to actually move through those rooms. I cannot guide you specifically into what you're looking for. You will have to literally go through and find these rooms as you go.
Okay, yeah.
I can't just be like, oh yeah, you want to take a left over here and take a right, and that should take you to the one spot you want to find this powerful weapon.
I think you're just hoping for like symbols above the door or something to kind
Oh,
of.
like this way towards this? No, there's no markings like that.
No, you are here maps. Darn.
Yeah.
No, like holy religious symbols above a door or on the
Yep.
door.
Caveman carvings on the side of the wall that point to a weapon with a dead vampire next to it. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I mean, you can try, but
This is probably like kind of an inner diner hall, so not a lot of windows or something along the sides.
nope. It actually is pretty much
Okay.
there's no windows besides the 2 giant glass mirrors next to side by side of the organ.
Okay, yep.
Somebody throw
So-
something into the mirror. Do it.
Do it.
I kind of want to go investigate one of those mirrors.
Oh, fine.
You smash the one, I'll investigate the other.
What do I have to throw?
21.
Ooh.
To break the mirror or to investigate the mirror?
To look at it. I'm gonna put my finger
Okay.
up to it. Is there a gap or no gap?
No gap. It's just a very, very big mirror. Someone like looking at themselves a lot even though they can't see themselves.
I was
Isn't that
gonna
weird?
say,
Hmm.
You said there's no gap on the mirror?
Mm-mm. There's no way other than the fact if you are looking and you're like feeling it and stuff, you don't feel where it can push through. You
I
push your
mean-
fingers around the edge of the mirror and you try to feel for any type of like opening. There's nothing. You
I
can
mean, if
lift
I
up a
put-
little bit from the bottom. There's this wall.
If I put my finger to it, is there like between in my reflection? Is there a gap like that, or is it like this?
It's a bit of a gap. So there is some thickness.
Oh, it is
but
a
yeah,
mirror.
no. Yes, it's a mirror. I'm sorry.
Maybe there's a window and he's just on the other side giggling.
They fell for it. Oh man,
So,
classic.
Well, when we first came in here, you said there was at least one hall that had like sad organ tones coming from it.
This was the one that had it.
Oh, okay. This was okay, right? Yeah,
I
you
was
said
saying,
that.
like, because you wanted to perceive as you made your way through, you heard it faint, and then every room you got to, I described as you got closer,
Oh, okay,
it started filling up more.
misunderstanding. Yep.
Oh, good.
So which door do we want to go in? Can't just sit here for an hour.
That door to the
that one
right.
over there.
The one on the right,
Let's see.
the east door.
Yeah, sure. Let's go east.
Sounds good.
Okay, you guys make your way back out, and you make your way back into the guest hall.
Oh, that was the east door. Dang.
There's only one door from the dining room you can exit.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I
On
thought there
that-
was like 4 doors, but okay,
Yeah.
just the one.
Just the
That
map.
you have seen. It's just one door in.
Mr. Rahadin? I kind of call out.
We need help. Where's the
No.
pretty?
No answer.
All right. What doors do we see? So we got the one straight ahead of us now, which is leading outside,
Come on,
right?
good help.
Yep, you're currently in the guest hall, and it goes back out into the main hall.
Okay. Is there any?
The main hall had those dragon statues, or was
Yep.
it the guest?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, from exiting these doors, you can see to the front there's a stairway. It goes down and it goes up in front. If you look to the left, which would be north, you can see another that goes onto that hall with the 4 large pillars. Up those stairs, there's another stairway that goes all the way up. It's a large staircase after that, if you keep going that way. And that, from where you are currently now, with the light you have, is what you can perceive.
Well, if we're looking for like a tomb or something like that, presumably it would be underneath the castle.
Right.
Stands to
Mhm.
reason.
Take the
That
stairs going
servant
down.
did say we might end up down there, which implies he thinks his master might kill us and put us down
Mhm.
there.
Buried in the tomb of his
Okay,
enemies.
yeah. So the north direction has stairs going up that we can see.
And down.
Oh, and down. Okay.
Yep. It literally is. It's not like it's a spiral staircase. There you can see the set that goes down, and you
Oh.
can see the set that goes up, and that's in front of you guys. If you go back into the main hall, you can tell from what you can see, there's a large staircase that goes up, and there's a couple of doors to both sides. And the one that you guys have taken on the left of that is the doors to go back out of the castle. And which way the other one goes, you haven't seen yet.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, like they were saying, best bet seems to try and take the stairs down, see if there's a tomb down there.
If that's what you would like to do.
Yeah. I
Classic
don't really
horror
know where
movie.
else to head.
Go into the basement.
Mhm.
Start at the bottom. Work your way up.
Okay.
Who
Yep.
wants to
Carefully
go
try to.
first?
I put on my mace. Slowly walk down the spiral staircase.
I'm investigating as we walk, just like trying to see if there's not a booby trap on these stairs.
Probably should have let the metal suit go first.
That's true. Can't speak to let us know though.
If he dies, we'll know.
That's true. He's my pet.
Fix him.
And so
As
we're
you
heading
guys
down.
start to make your descent,
down.
Esmeralda is not sure about this. Just so you know, she's feeling very wary about heading down, especially after told of the death that awaits them down there, possibly.
I sense her wariness.
Right.
What's got you so afraid, Esmeralda?
It's not so much fear. I know that this place was built on a place of necromancy as well as other sorcery. What awaits us down there, I do not know, but I'm just worried.
You have
You
perhaps another path we should be taking?
no. Shake my nerves. You
Get it
go
together,
ahead.
girl. You can do this.
I'm going to search. I feel there's more out there. I want to see. I will meet you down there in time. I want to check some things. My gut tells me something's wrong, and I have to check for myself. After she just kind of gives like a good luck with her fingers at her hat, and then she heads back out towards the entryway.
So
I mean-
with the party.
As the
I
hat
mean,
says,
last
"Never
time
split the party."
someone, yeah, last time someone left the group, we still haven't seen her.
She can't
Aw.
hear you. She's gone.
Yeah, I figured.
So you're sitting down the metal lad first. Is that what you're saying?
I think it'd be a good idea. I don't think I had. Do I have, anybody have torches?
You know what?
Yeah.
I will. Oh, I could cast dancing lights and put them on your suit.
That works. I was just gonna stick a torch in his neck hole.
Well, I've also got a lantern. But yeah, dancing lights can work. Probably prettier.
Tell it to wave like this if it sees enemies.
That is true.
All right, should we advance?
Yeah,
Further into
might
the
as well.
darkness.
So you guys start making your way down, and it does get a little darker and stuff, and you can get a whiff of smells that are almost of rotting, decaying flesh in a sense. It's pretty gnarly. With that, as you make your way down, you suddenly enter a room, a really small room, as you make your way to the end of the stairs, and it's odd. There happens to be a trapdoor in the center of the room, a door in front of that, and then as you look around the corner, there happens to be another stairway that goes down the stairs.
Investigate the trapdoor. Natural 20, baby. Ready.
So,
I smell it. Taste it.
yes, you can tell that something is up with that trapdoor. And it seems to be some type of secret elevator trap. And that's my alarm.
The same one. I thought it was mine.
Good old Sony, Samsung. I mean Samsung, not Sony.
Product placement.
Dude, yeah.
Fire, go
This
for
is brought
Samsung.
to you by Samsung. No, oh my gosh, the mechanism for this is insane. I'm just trying to like describe how this trap works. It's got a page in itself of this trap that you just you uncovered, which I'm surprised you had to roll a 20 to get it to. It's kind of funny that you did. If I can describe this trap to you guys, it's so weird. In a sense, it is an elevator, but how it works is by putting your weight into the trapdoor when you go down, it actually descends and ascends, and in a sense, once you looked at the trapdoor, or Zildred, not Mordecai, once you looked at the trapdoor, you noticed that like on the inside of it, as you look down, there is like a cage for bars. It's meant to be a suspended prison in a sense.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
if you stand on it, it basically like raises you up in a cage or something.
That is correct.
Hey, Mordecai, you're more apt to understand these kind of mechanical things. I want to take a look. What am I looking at here?
Sure. This looks like an interesting contraption. Let's see if I can 18.
Yeah, you're able to recognize that it really is just a cage that becomes suspended and lifts you up into, you can't tell where, but it does take you up. And you can also tell there is something in there. Like, you don't even have arcana, but you can tell there's some type of magic inside this box from this trap door that is completely meant to just mess you guys up. You're not sure what it does, but you definitely know that this is almost like a ward in a sense. Something's up with this trap door.
Do not go in there.
Yeah, I was saying, do not go in there.
All right. Don't step on the obvious trap. Gotcha.
Now we got
No.
more stairs going down.
Yep, you have more stairs going down and a room across.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should investigate this room first before we continue.
I like it.
There's got to be a reason for this
Yep.
trap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll look into the room.
Did a 20. Investigate the room.
I just got a 15 perception.
Okay. Would you roll for that again? You said 15? Okay.
Perception, yeah.
As you look out, do you notice the hall is deadly silence? Heavy beams support a sagging 10-foot ceiling. Fog clings to the floor, obscuring everything that lies less than 3 feet above it. A giant shadow lurches across the ceiling as a dark figure shuffles purposefully down the corridor towards you.
Shut the
That
door.
ain't good. Something's coming.
Can we distinguish what this purposefully meandering creature is?
Well, Mordecai had a 20 on investigation.
Yeah, you can. And funny enough, it actually looks very familiar to what you guys have seen recently in a certain cathedral, in a sense. It happens to be a mongrel folk. And he's got cute little... This is kind of funny. I'll send you.
Got a
Cute
picture?
cute little ears, and then yep, I will. Here. You guys want to know what it looks like?
Oh.
That is the mongrel folk currently come towards you guys, and he's kind of, who are you? What are you doing down here?
We were just kind of taking a tour of the castle.
Are you the guest that I've heard about? That they're supposed to be here for Strahd?
Probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Who are you?
My name is Cyrus. I'm here to serve the Lord Strahd. I was sent here, but I'm not really serving him.
How so?
I was sent by my lady Margantha. I'm to spy on him. I'm supposed to keep an eye on him and see what he's up to.
Oh, joke's on you. We're servants of Strahd, and you told us your whole plan.
Do you say that out loud?
No. Okay, so you're a spy.
Yeah.
Well, what have you learned? What have you learned?
As of right now, not much. he sent me down here in these halls to take care of some of the prisoners that come through here and things of that nature, but I don't think he trusts me. I haven't seen so much of him at all. I see his servant once in a while, and he comes to feed the prisoners and such, and to handle some of the stuff down in the tombs. But that's it. Other than that, I've been just wandering around aimlessly, trying to get a better feel for this place.
Well, what is this down here? Like, where's this area you've been wandering around in?
Oh, this is the larders. There's all kinds of things down here. I've seen weird creatures. I'm, the things. It's a madhouse. I may not look like much, but some of these things out here are just terrifying. There's
And
also the tomes. There's a family of the whole Strahd lineage is down here.
Is there any tombs to Strahd's enemies down here?
As you say that, Cyrus kind of grabs onto his key a little bit closer, and it's like, what do you mean? What about the tomes?
Well, we merely wish to pay our respects to the lineage of Strahd. It's even if you're spying on someone, it's important to show some respect.
I don't know if you should do that. I don't think I would be allowed. Uh, I can't. I won't tell you that. I don't know. And you could tell like something's up with this guy. Like he's not all there. I mean, as you know from the mongrel folk you've met before, like they're wishy washy.
Well, if you've been blended together by several different creatures, I'd like to see you come out looking and acting right on the other side.
It's true. Yeah, like his brain's a little bit scrambled. I think I spent enough time with you. I should probably go. And he starts to like turn around and kind of hobble away.
Hey, brush your fur. You look so fluffy.
Well, what was that? About my
Hey,
fur?
You're so fluffy looking.
No, I don't think you should touch me. I think you need to get back from me. And he gets a little cautious now, and he starts to like reach for something in a pouch that he has on the side.
I try to scratch him behind the ears.
Roll athletics.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I got something for that. I'll add a D6 to that. Okay. 16.
16. Okay. Yeah, you do so. You scratch him on his head, and at first he's like, "Ooh, that's kind of nice." And then he's like, "No, no, 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 touch, no touch!" And then like he screams, and he just starts running in the opposite direction down into further into the catacombs.
Oh, fluffy thing, go bye-bye.
Roll perception.
14.
You can kind of hear the hisses after that, and
Hisses?
yes, hiss. You hear hisses.
Like snake hisses or cat hisses?
Uh, more like humanoid hisses. As you see from the depths within, dark figures start to move, all very silently and a little bit quicker than you were expecting. And as it comes out, there is some tattered clothing upon these people, and you can see fangs upon their teeth shining along with their eyes.
Grandmother,
And
what big
thieves.
teeth you have!
Did you touch our toy? Who gave you permission to touch him?
Well, they don't like to share.
But he looked so fluffy!
Are they like children or are they?
Oh, they're adults. They're grown.
Okay.
And you can see upon them they have like what look to be almost like chains and stuff, but they're broken and their clothes are all ragged. Like they look like they haven't eaten in some time. And they're looking to you as a meal. I need you guys to roll your initiatives.
Bro.
Damn it.
Oh,
21.
Okay.
17.
With that, Jumble, you're first.
yeah. I was kind of expecting that. Where's it?
And just as a quick thing for you guys to understand where you're at currently, like you can see as you when you exit that door, it's a large hall. There's some doors in front of you, but like the whole side is the width wise is very very long.
Okay, so long but not broad, basically
Yeah,
a
no,
hallway.
like there isn't
Yeah.
a whole lot of room in front of you, but to the right of you, it stretches down quite a ways, and this where they're coming from is that way. So
About how many can we see?
it's a total of 4.
Okay. Well, I've already got my glowing great sword out, so. All right, no toys. And I leap into the fray and try to cleave at the first one.
Okay.
14 to hit.
Nope.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Hang on, I should have. Where is that? I dread ambusher. Okay, yep. Dread ambusher. I can make another attack on my first turn. 16.
Yep, that is it.
Okay. And 13 slashing damage.
With the radiance.
Let's see. Hey, come on, show me.
I was gonna say because this is mine. You're using a radiant greatsword. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm just trying to double check if it does do the radiant damage. Come on, like there. It's at least a magic weapon. I don't think it does actually. I think radiant is more on the fact that it sheds light rather than radiant damage, actually.
Yeah, it's just bright light, I think, within 30
Okay.
feet, and then dim light 30 feet after that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
radiant like that, but it is a magic weapon, so it's not just regular slashing.
Yep. This is fine. Okay. Yeah, you cut into one of these vampire, and it just you can see the blood come gushing out from the side of their chest. It wince back in pain, realizing that you do have teeth and that you are willing to fight. With that,
Eggs!
was that your last move?
Yep, unfortunately.
Well, Marilyn, it's your turn.
I think we all know what I'm going to try first.
No.
Does it start
Six
with
pass.
Eldritch and end with Blast?
It does. It really does. So my first one I'm going to send at one of them that Jumble didn't hit. Or I'm
Okay.
going to attempt.
How does that
Hey!
fail?
I got a natural 20 plus 6, so 26.
Roll again for your crit.
13.
No.
Okay.
You still
Sorry.
hit at least.
You do hit,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so that does 5 damage.
All right.
Whoa. That did not do a lot of damage, so my second bolt I'd like to send at him too. Because now I'm
Okay.
missing.
You fire one bolt into this vampire spawn that has been attacking Jumble, and you put a hole in his shoulder, and he is completely shocked at the magic you just showed in front of him, but still willing to keep advancing.
Oh, I didn't aid on that one.
Yeah, no.
No. Okay.
Well aware of your
Okay.
attacks this time, it's almost like a once bitten, twice shy. This vampire is able to lean out of the way of your next attack as it readies itself for a pounce. Zildred, it is your turn.
All right. With Lightbringer in hand, I'm going to charge the other undamaged vampire spawn creatures.
Okay.
20.
That's a hit.
Hope
All
so.
right. I will expend 1 spell slot to add an additional 2d8 damage from my divine smite.
Might.
And now is this creature is undead or a fiend, correct?
Correct.
So that adds an additional 1d8 damage. And then Lightbringer deals an additional 1d6 damage. So this is the additional damage plus this. So 32 total damage. I smite it. Oh, beast, where are we? What is this place?
It doesn't get a chance to answer as you bring that so heavily into it that it completely eviscerates, like a poof of smoke with ash after it. If you bring Lightbringer into it, it's done.
All right, and then I'll just swing at the next one over.
All
I'm not going to add a smite damage to this one if I hit 26.
Okay.
That plus this for 15 total damage.
All right. You bring Lightbringer into yet another vampire spawn, and it winces, seeing what had been done to its kin, and is now very upset, but hurt as you bring that mace hard into its shoulder, hearing a bone crack, which is already brittle from the lack of substance this thing has gotten within these catacombs. And with that, we move on to the vampire spawn's turn, who now retaliates back at you for the damage you've done, wishing to return you tenfold.
Good luck.
Clawing at you. And hits. And the damage will be done is a total of 11. As it sinks its claws into your shoulders, trying to rip into your flesh.
Ow.
The armor does nothing.
It tries to make a bite at you as well after grabbing onto your shoulders. And hits.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm hitting good tonight. No, a total of 6 damage.
Ugh. 'Tis but a flesh wound.
With that, we move on to the next one, who comes after Jumble. Jumble, we'll see if he can hit you.
Are you gonna hug me?
He's going to try. And he does.
Is Jumble within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to use my reaction to that thing's swing to do a sentinel attack. To allow
Okay.
me to give him a good bop.
No.
Bad vampire. No.
Pop him
Down.
on the nose.
Yep.
I missed him with my bop. Got a 12.
Oh.
Well, Jumbo you'll take 9 damage from the claws. As he too will also try to lunge at you by biting at your neck.
How forward of you.
What's your armor class?
19.
You're good. Misses. He bites at you, but being too tall, he misses, not estimating the jump.
What uppies? What uppies?
The last vampire rushes at Marilyn, in which case you both will get attack of opportunities. It tries to pass by you to get to Marilyn.
Okay.
Oh, Jumble and I?
Yep.
21 to hit.
I use my reaction for that sentinel attack.
Ooh.
I do not get one.
13 slashing damage.
Okay. You slash into its side. You see blood pour out as you make your attack as it tries to make a move towards Marilyn, but still not enough to stop it. It barrels forward, trying to claw at you. And hits. Man.
I miss the old Brian rolls.
I'm not saying shit tonight. I get out of my system now. Be lucky it's them and not Strahd. For a total of 9 damage.
Okay, I'd like to use Hellish Rebuke on him.
Okay.
Let's get
Burn
some.
for it.
It's a dex saving of 14.
All right, let's see if we can do it. No.
E.
Okay, what's your damage?
22.
I'm glad to see you so
Oh my
excited
God.
tonight. Damn. Okay. Oof. Yeah, you point back at it in anger after it clawed you, and it takes quite a bit of damage. It is not too thrilled with that and kind of winces back, surprised at the amount of power you have. But in this anger, we'll also try to bite at you.
Spell fits you so well, Marilyn. I could just picture it. You just the scowl on your
And
face.
misses.
Like, you think you're above me?
You be? Remember that time you called me Chris Gristle? Burn for it! Anyway, with that, we go on to, I believe, where are you at? Oh, no. Yeah, Mordecai, it's your turn.
So I'm gonna take aim at one of the vampires near Jumble, and I'm gonna use a catapult spell level 1, and lob some holy water at him.
Okay.
That's a dex save of 14.
You're talking about the one that's attacking Jumble, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. No, Andrew Dice Clay. So that's a hit.
Ooh. 17 from the catapult damage, and what does he get for the holy water?
Oh,
Burst into flames.
that's 20 acid damage.
Ooh. Was that 37 total?
Yep.
You look thirsty.
Oh, that it hurt it. It's screaming now in pain as it drops down. It basically it prones itself, screaming right now.
It's like fun. Can I have some?
Sure.
And with that, we actually go on to Marilyn's brother, whose name escapes me right now because I don't have it saved.
Victor.
Victor, thank you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Victor Vanderloft.
And Mr. Boots.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the stuffed cat. Yes,
Mr.
Mr. Boots. Mr. Bootsy.
Oh, I have a battle cat go next to Marilyn, by the way. It's gonna
Okay.
chill.
Battle cat is currently hanging out by you.
Kitty.
With that, Victor, it's like I had enough, and
No more spells,
He's going-
Victor.
Yeah, don't
he's gonna
Blizzard
cast
on us,
Fireball.
Oh boy. He didn't
Just
ask how
kidding.
big the room was.
They never do. No, he's gonna cast Firebolt.
Oh, firebolt.
Would you rather he cast Fireball?
Part of Jumble might enjoy it. The rest of him would decide, no, please don't.
What was he at? Oh, we can't. Oh my gosh, he could. No, we won't do that. Yeah, he's just gonna cast it. Firebolt. I'm gonna remember how that works for spells. It's been a minute.
Should be a dex save, and then half damage and success.
Yep.
Well,
Thank you.
it's firebolt, so that's the cantrip.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Isn't that just flat damage if it hits?
Yeah.
Oh, it hits. Oh, I see a spell casting right here. That's not me. I was not looking at his number. We're good. Yep, it's a hit.
Need more fire!
I knew he'd fit in with us.
Oh, did you? You didn't seem so sure at first. When you saw Mr. Boots, you were a little concerned. That's a total of 10 damage.
Yeah. We're gonna get him a therapist. It's fine.
Okay. And he definitely attacks the one that attacked you. So this thing is really hurting. There's two of them right now. They're wincing in pain. One is currently on fire, and the other one feels like it's on fire. And with that, we go back to the top of the order. It's your turn, Marilyn.
I thought Jumble was first.
You're right. It is Jumbo. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You had 20. Holy shit, 27. Yeah, you're right.
You said the one in front of me is prone from the pain, or was that just
Yep.
like you? Oh,
It's prone. It's dropped. It's on his side right now, wheeling in pain, just screaming.
okay, so I have advantage on attacking, I think?
Yes, you have advantage.
Okay. Heal. Oh, yep, Radiant Greatsword. Hey, come on, roll. Okay, that didn't work the way I wanted, but whatever. Roll again. Okay, yep, 24.
Hit. Beep.
Here, let me help it make it better. Stab my great sword into him. 13 slashing damage.
All right. Screams in pain as he feels the sword go stabbing into his gut. As you pull it back out, blood comes dripping out. Still breathing, but not breathing well.
How many are still alive?
Oh, there's 3 still.
3.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should let one live. He'll be our guy.
We don't usually do that.
Wow, Zildred, you have changed over this campaign.
Soft on us.
Our guide ran off into the darkness by himself. Our other guide took off by herself.
She didn't really know Ravenloft, though. She
I'm
was.
a lot less frightened with her running around, one-shotting everything.
That is true. Well, you got Victor now.
Yeah.
You also got your armor.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't been using them.
I don't want to spend a whole turn telling him to go whack something. I can hit a lot harder than he can.
That is true.
He's just the trap finder. Send him up front and he sets off the spikes.
Jumble, did you have another turn or no? Are you done?
No, just one turn.
Okay, Marilyn, it's your turn.
Oh. I want to Eldritch Blast the one that hurt me.
Okay. It's still right there on fire, so
18.
hit.
13 damage.
Okay. You put a big hole through its stomach as it still moves forward and fire.
Well, I got one more.
I know. Go ahead. Just letting you
20.
know. That's a hit.
She just started blasting.
I start blasting.
And 4 more damage. Dang.
Okay. Nice even
Just
number
add
now.
some insult to the injury.
Oh, this thing is hurting. Another big hole. It looks like a fire ring at a circus, basically, at this point, with the head
Oh, well, that
and
healed
arms
me
and
up.
legs. So, well, flaming guts and stuff are coming out of the center of it as it still moves forward.
Now we got streamers too. Oh wow!
Mhm.
I love
Zildred,
this
it
party.
is your turn.
Yes, for you, Jumble.
All right.
Oh,
We got 2 vampires standing up, right? And we got
Yep.
one on Marilyn, one on me still.
Yep. And another one by Jumble, currently on the ground.
I'm gonna whack the one in front of me real quick.
Okay.
How about you? 20.
Hit.
Right. 10. So 11. The first
All
one.
right.
Are they still living?
Yep, they're still alive. This one's fresh. It hasn't even been touched yet, so
All right. Well, take 2. So 19.
hit.
Plus, so 13 more damage.
All right. You take swings at this thing as you hear some pops and cracks of bones as you hit by rib cages as well as chest. But overall, the thing is still standing almost unnerved for the most part.
Think you're tough, huh?
It does. All
Okay.
right, the vampire that was crawling on the ground screaming is going to take his action to stand up, still burning in pain, but it bites down on its lip as it tries to just keep itself steady at this point. The one in front
Are
of
you trying to suck your own blood? Can you do that?
It's screaming. It's not even going to answer. It's in so much pain right now. It's not hearing anything. The other one is going to lunge at you again. Zildred with his claws and miss, and try for a bite instead and hit. You will take 4 damage as it tries to clamp into you, just grazing you with his teeth, but not getting enough of the blood to suck out. The vampire on fire is going to make a move towards Marilyn again, but we'll see if it'll attack because I forgot you have Battle Cat now, so it has disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm also going to use Sentinel attack on that guy.
Okay. I'll let you go first and for Sentinel.
23
Hit.
or 14 damage.
Ooh, you nearly kill it. It's on its last limb.
And I'm
As
gonna try-
you plunge that mace upside its head, you hear a crack and back of its head impales or implodes, but still able to move.
All right, I'm going to try to. I have another ability called Relentless Avenger. That when I successfully hit a creature with an opportunity attack, I can move half my speed immediately after the attack as part of the same reaction without provoking attacks of opportunity. So I'm going to try to maneuver myself so that way I'm basically in range of all 3 of these vamps.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all I can do.
All right. Well, the claw did go through, so Marilyn, you will be taking a total of 10 damage.
Wait.
I want to hellish rebuke him again because I don't like him.
Go ahead.
Dex saving throw of 14.
We'll see what goes through or not. My deck's been pretty crappy. No. Go ahead, do your damage.
Okay,
Okay.
25.
Oh yeah. This thing not only is engulfed in flames, it goes up in a puff of smoke, leaving nothing but ash. A slight scream and then nothing as silence enters the room.
Hallelujah.
That was overkill.
No kill like
Don't hurt
overkill.
me.
And with that, Mordecai, it's your turn.
There's 1 left or 2?
2, I believe.
Which one has the most health? I'm going to aim for that one. And I'm going
The one by Zildred.
Yeah, the one by Zildred has the most health right now.
to, thinking what Zildred said earlier was a great idea. Mordecai is going to try to catapult a wooden stake into him.
Okay.
So dex save 14.
Is that a cantrip?
No, that's a first level spell.
Oh.
It could be
Yeah.
more, but it hits.
It hits.
He's trying to aim for the heart to paralyze him.
Okay. You aim for the heart, and it at the range you currently have,
Hit him with a paralyzer.
paralyzer.
Another paralyzer.
The spell itself is 3d8. Just want me to roll that, or
Yeah,
does
roll
he get
3d8. Roll 3d8, and it's gonna be incapacitated.
That's 9 damage.
Okay. Takes 9 damage, and it hits the ground. It just stops dead in its tracks, paralyzed, unable to move. You can see it twitching, but it doesn't seem to be able to do anything.
Nice.
That's a neat trick. The off button.
Victor will go next, and this time he will do another firebolt and aim towards the one on the ground by Jumble. And that's a hit. That is. Okay. One damage.
Way to
One.
go, Victor.
Poop. Yeah.
Fringes
A
his
little bit of
eyebrows.
flame on the back of the vampire that behind. With that, we go back to the top of the order. It is your turn, Jumble.
How far are we from that trapdoor thing?
It's in the next room. You're literally
Okay,
right behind it. I mean, not you're in front of it. Like you guys you exit the door. If you guys are facing the vampire spawn, it's to your right.
Okay, so like within 30 feet or so, you'd say?
I'd say about 25 feet from where you are.
Okay.
You can see where this is going.
I want to try and grapple the vampire in front of me.
Okay.
So athletics, 18.
Yeah, it's grappled. You are currently
Okay.
holding it.
Then I'm going to drag him over to the trapdoor.
Okay, you drag him into the room as he's clawing and kicking.
Ooh, this could be fun. This could be fun. I try to smack him down onto the trapdoor and see what happens.
Roll athletics again.
Do it.
Hang on. Better add something to that.
Add a 3 to that. I'll give you an inspiration with a flash of genius.
Or actually, hang on. I have an inspiration. I'll just use that.
Oh, all right.
Been a while since I've used those for anything. Come on. 27. Yes.
Damn,
Oh,
much
yeah.
better.
You pick him up with gusto and you basically powerbomb him into it. You hit him so hard his head snaps against the side of the trap door, but it's still like his whole body goes to crunch and just slaps through. I'm gonna give him a bit of damage for that too. Get my damage per distance down. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I'll do. Holy shit. Well, it's still kicking, but not very much. Yep, you throw it down, you hear the bang, and then all of a sudden, thump, as you hear a snap, and the door you guys didn't enter, you hear a gear turn, and just it sounds almost like a rope is just unwindling and going down, and you hear a wham as if you were to look down the trap door, the whole box is now a block of cement besides the sides, but you can't. It's so dark you can't see it. But that rope by the trap door goes straight down, and whatever it is snaps and now suspended below you.
Aw, I was expecting more explosions. Those are always fun.
You also hear the ward go off as a poof of purple mist comes out from the box. Not quite an explosion, but after that you hear snores.
Snores?
Yeah, snores.
Coming out from the hole,
Yep.
knocked it right out.
Aw, look at his little murderous sleepy face.
You say that as you're slowly cutting the rope.
Tempted.
With that, Marilyn, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Is there's another one?
There's still two.
Okay.
There's one paralyzed right now on the ground.
Yeah, one is paralyzed on the ground, and the other one is it's asleep but hanging in a box. So I guess just one.
Okay.
One currently is a threat, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that's where I got confused. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try and attack the one paralyzed on the ground. Seems
Yep.
kind
Do
of
you-
mean, but
Yes, you have advantage as well. Well, they didn't look at you guys as a snack for trying to mess with their snacks, so
yeah, I guess. And his friend hit me. So a dirty 20.
okay.
We all know what I'm doing. So,
Well,
I got 12 damage.
you could have rolled again to see if you can get something better.
Hallelujah.
Eh,
All right, 12
it
it is.
hits.
It does.
Okay, I'm gonna roll again on this one because I got an 11 for my advantage thingy.
All right.
There we go, 22.
That's a hit.
And 13 damage.
Okay, 13. Ooh. Almost gave more damage than you had. You put a couple holes in this thing, and it's still alive, but it's not doing too well. It's even worse now. It definitely isn't twitching anymore. It's laying pretty still. Well, it's like arms are out like this. It's just like you saw the hands, like it's trying to stand up, but it can't. And then after getting some holes put through it, it's kind of like nope. Zildred, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over. How badly injured does it look?
It's pretty beat the piss out of.
All right. I'm gonna roll an unarmed strike. 14.
Yep, doesn't hit.
Oh.
I know I got hit with that. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
no.
Well, you can have advantage since he's paralyzed.
Yep,
That's right. Try again. 17.
hit. That is a hit.
Okay, so 5 damage as I stomp on him right on his head.
Oh yeah, you hear the sickening sound of his skull starting to crack as you step on him. But it's still kicking. As it hisses in anger, not being able to move as you taunt it with your boot.
I'm gonna try second attack. 7 misses. Just stomping all around its head. Is it 12 hit?
No.
Damn.
Surprisingly enough, for being right up on it, you're missing.
It's more about the psychological battle.
Yeah, at this point, it's confused as to whether or not you're doing this on purpose or is this like a taunting thing.
All right, that's it.
All right, well, with that, Mordecai, it's your turn.
All right, I'll walk up to it and I'll point my gun at its temple, try to double tap it.
All right. You brandish your 9.
22 to hit.
That's a hit.
10 damage.
Okay. It's still kicking, but it's on his last leg.
It
You
needs
see
a
like the
double
brains.
tap.
Yep. Always double tap.
This poor
17.
creature.
Hit.
Kill me!
6 damage.
Again, another shot to the head, and this thing is still breathing, but it's very awkward.
Oh my god.
It's bad. It's like a creature you just want to put your in misery, but it just won't die.
Reminds me of the
Seeing
cow
the-
from Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah. Come on. Victor's gonna get up on it. He's gonna try and help as well. He's gonna fire another firebolt at it.
Gonna like shove it in his eyes this time, or
Yeah, he's gonna stand by you and just point his finger and cast a firebolt. And with advantage, it does hit.
At this point, I'm just expecting Mr. Boots to finish him off.
Jumbo, it's your turn.
Wow.
Do you
Well,
want to know how much HP this thing has? It's got 1 HP left.
It's like
Literally
0.5.
1 HP yet. He hit for 2. That 2
oh
damage.
my god.
So yeah,
I see them all ganging up on this one vampire. Is there a party going on? I wasn't invited, and I come thundering over and just do a body slam on this thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
With advantage, so 21.
That's a hit.
7 flat bludgeoning damage.
Oh yeah, you overkill it. You literally like you jump up and do the whole like arms and legs up as you let your torso land on its torso, and the thing just goes splat as like arms and legs just go separate ways before dissipating into the darkness and just up in a poof of smoke. It's like one of those crash test dummy dolls where you press the button and the limbs go flying off. It's the equivalent of what you just did.
The worst pinata I've ever had.
Oh yeah, no candy came out, just smoke and disappointment. With that, encounter is done. You see the familiar form of that Mongol coming towards you guys after that happens. He's just like, you killed him. Wow. I never would have thought. I uh, thank you. I'm sorry I ran, but those it's just so many things that are dangerous. Well, thank you. I'm sorry I ran. And he's just like all.
All is
Yeah.
forgiven if you can show us the way.
I don't really know a lot. I know Strahd goes down deeper into the catacombs. I just that's all I know. There's so much happening, and the screams and the people, and but I'll give you this though. And he takes off his key and he hands it to you. Like there's a chest. There's a chest with some stuff if you want it. You can have it. There's a room. I'll show you.
Thanks.
Well, thanks, Cyrus. That's really nice of you. I say as I get up and get some dust off me, wondering how that got there, or how I got on the floor to begin with.
So he takes you through, and as he makes his way, he's like, "Yeah, follow me, follow me." He takes you into a wine cellar where he is looks like he's been living. And you see these rats come out, and they're all like around him and stuff, and he's all happy to see him. He's like, hi Charlie, hi Gene, hi, how you doing? This are my friends. Give me a second. I got to get something for them. And they go back on top of like the wine bottles and stuff like that as they crawl around. Apparently, Cyrus has made some friends.
Oh,
Yeah, but, you're like this giant wine cellar as you wake your way through, and he's walking a little quick. So come on, hurry. With that, he pulls out this little object he has on him. He pulls out by the wine cellar, like a rack of where a wine bottle was. He pulls out this little box with the thing on it. It's like, here, hang on a second. And he unlocks it with his key, and he opens up. It's like, here, you can have it. You can have it. And I'm trying to see what is in this box exactly. Give me a moment. That's not that. That's a creature. He's got a box.
Better not be a mimic.
No, it's not a mimic. It's a small little container. You saw on his back. It's what he has and stored. And remember, I showed you that picture. That's the box you get. I'm just trying to figure out what's in the box.
Nesting doll mimics or a thing.
Yes. There is so much. The place is so freaking huge. And I apologize. You don't want to hear the DM rant about a building. There's a lot. Come on. Elevator shaft. Right up the trap. Oh, hang on. I think I found it.
A baghead mimic?
Okay.
Oh no.
I got it. All right. So, in the box is a gold and ruby pendant. And it also seems to have a weird eye on it as well. In the center of the ruby.
Like a real eye or a
No,
fabricated eye?
it looks like it's the same type of eye that's currently on the pendant he wears, which you'd have to roll wisdom or arcana on to know what it is exactly.
Well,
Oh,
let's
26 Arcana.
okay.
Okay. You
14.
recognize the eye. It is definitely the symbol for a hag witch. It's a coven. It's a coven symbol.
Hmm.
Make which.
Also, with the Arcana, I mean, looking over, you also know that pendant's worth about 750 gold pieces.
Heck,
It is a very expensive pendant. Here, you take. I was brought with me when I came to this tower in case I had to bribe someone to keep my secret, but you can have it for yourself.
Oh.
Oh, hey, thanks, pal. You're a real stand-up guy, you know?
Nah, thank you for getting rid of those pesky nuisances for me. They always kept bugging me and trying to drain me of my blood, and it was horrible. I feel free now.
you're welcome. Is there anything else you've seen down here in your travels?
I all I know is that the butler stays down here. It's one of these rooms is his lair, and I know that I've seen the master come through here, but deeper down into the catacombs. He doesn't really stay on this level very much. Other than that, there's all kinds of things. I can only tell you to be careful. You'll find zombies and other things of the like. It's terrible. It's definitely not a place of holy people or anything. It's a place of despair and just complete decadence. Also, be careful the shadows as well. I've seen them move without people attached to them.
Let's
So no,
keep on coming.
so no burial sarcophagi or anything like that down here?
Oh,
Oh,
actually, didn't you mention a family crypt of some sort?
Yeah.
yes, Strahd's family, the master's family, is buried deeper down. I've seen him visit there off and on, and it's the only time I've seen him pass. But you would have to take the stairs down farther if you wish to go there.
Would his brother happen to be buried down there too?
I would have to say I'd assume so. That's where the family was buried, is deep in the catacombs. I would only assume that would be where they are. Yes.
I guess we know where we're going.
I
Well,
wish you the best of luck, and do be careful, please. And if you haven't already seen the elevator trap, there's more like it as well. So just be careful.
well, thank you kindly for your help there, my friend.
No problem. I wish you guys all the best. If you don't mind, I'd like to go back to my rats now, please.
So, all right, then.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And with that, that's where we're gonna stop for the night.
Yep, seems fair.
Yeah.
Because
The catacombs.
after this, it's going to get a bit much. Um, you guys, there's so much stuff, and I know we haven't checked every room yet, but just know there's nooks and crannies and all kinds of other spots you guys might have to look for at some point. I'm going to say that right now because there's a plethora of things. But
Well, we
yes,
at least have a direction to go for finding the what was it, the
yes,
tomb of his enemy. So
yes. The term
that's
to his brother Sergey. Yes.
Yeah.
So you are well aware, at least for one part of one of your treasures is down there.
yeah,
Sure.
this is definitely not a two-parter. This is going to be a several-parter.
Yes.
Mhm.
The castle. Um, the castle is massive, and I mean, for the most part, you guys might be able to get done next episode if you don't really pay attention or look around for too many things or get occupied. But I'm just gonna say, man, in terms of the catacombs, when there's with the rooms, let me tell you right now how many rooms are down in the catacombs. Go up for a second, and then just the burial places alone, I'm counting up to 40 right now.
So I take it from an outside perspective that the the castle is supposed to be kind of like Act 2 or Act 3 of this game. Like you got this half of the campaign's outside the castle, and then this whole other half of the campaign's inside the castle.
In honesty, this is most of what happens inside Barovia. Yes, there's like story content stuff and blah blah. But like most of the stuff you do out there is literally leveling up and preparing you to come into here. In which
Right.
case, it's just a massive, massive land in itself. It's like Barovia is one map, and then Ravenloft is another. In terms of size, they're about almost equally the same size.
The castle doesn't
And
turn
it-
upside down, does it?
No,
Teleport around and shift.
I won't say it doesn't teleport around or shift, but there is no reverse castle for Ravenloft, so that's a plus. No, we're not doing Castlevania. But I will just say, like, there's so much, and
Gotta
right
say,
now
'cause,
I'm kind of
that's-
like guiding you like that. Just go,
Get in
but
there.
you guys can explore. I'm not going to stop you. I mean, I've already kind of let you guys do your own thing. I was surprised that you guys want to go down off the rip, but
Well, I was gonna say if we were going the Castlevania route, then that could mean we find Alucard down below.
you might find someone like Alucard down here. Who knows?
No
You already ran into
Minotaurs.
4 vampires, so. But yeah, no, things are about to get really crazy. I'm not even going to show you guys maps. I don't want you guys to see any of the maps because even seeing like some of the rooms are like, oh my gosh, these are all generic. But like some of these spots in this map, like, yeah, that's probably the spot we're supposed to go to. It's pretty obvious. Just looking at the
Right.
symbolism on the map, you're like, yeah, that's the room.
All right.
But yes,
Oh.
Can't wait
there
to
is a
see
good
what you're.
chance.
There's my basic map so far.
Jeez.
Very nice.
That is very, very cut and dry. And you're just
Yeah.
taking the path. You're actually it's pretty accurate. But afterward, I swear when we finish this, I will show you, and you're gonna be like, holy smokes! Because I was working on this for 2 hours, just trying to make sure I knew all the spots and the places, and I still had to go back and open a different link specifically just for that one character because he's got like at least 7 rooms he can take you to. And I had to remember what treasure had what. And I had to literally look up what he has on his person in order to give you that item. It's crazy. But it's a lot of fun. And it's going to get even more interesting. I'm not going to lie. I did send Esmeralda away specifically for a reason. And you'll understand why.
She's too
Later.
powerful.
That too. I mean, the fact that you did take on the Vanderlost and she killed quite a few of them with one blast. So,
All
then
those
again-
were just generic guards.
yeah, it's true. But she did cast a lightning bolt across a whole line of them. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Victor still.
Yay.
He's got.
My sentiments exactly.
Wow, hating on Victor, the guy with the fireball.
Firebolt, I thought we agreed.
For
Oh,
now.
you can cast fireball too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He had some restraint.
That could actually.
Oh
be
yeah.
useful.
After what
Fireball.
happened with you guys last time, and his sister being like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, pump your brakes," he's kind of like, "Okay, I'm not gonna go crazy." After almost killing you guys, he feels kind of bad right now. He's trying to hold back. But yeah, as for tonight, that is the end of the first part of this. Again, like you guys, I said, it's supposed to be a 2-parter, but we, like you, Rude, you were saying, this might be 3 or 4. It just depends. Let's see what's happening this month. Next Monday, we're going back to Baldur's Gate. Then we got Sea of Thieves or whatever we do. Who knows? And then the next week could be Strahd again on the following Friday. And are we going to do a Christmas campaign at all or anything? Have we decided? Does JR have anything up his sleeve or no?
Didn't you
I
have
honestly
something
don't
you were
remember.
talking about?
I do have something I want to do with you guys if you want to do it, but we'll see how you guys feel. I mean, not the next Saturday because I think everyone's got like a Christmas thing. I know Jayla and Josh have your friend miss. I have my family Christmas. And then I know RJ, you have your whole kids, like your whole family is like December is a bunch of events.
Yeah.
So I do have something that's kind of like a Home Alone
I don't know if
spin-off I've
anyone
done.
can hear me, but looks like everyone froze up on me.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
Okay. Oh, yep, you're moving again.
Yay!
That was weird.
Wouldn't that be some stuff if we actually were just like frozen in time and you're the only one moving?
Oh no!
Why
Josh.
is the world stopped?
Okay.
But no, I actually do have a campaign where it is very much Home Alone, where you have to kind of chase after a Macaulay Culkin like child in a house full of traps. We can do if you want to do that on. I was trying to do this one on the 16th, but if you guys want to do it on the 16th, if we don't have any plans, we can get a small group together of friends to do it. Rude, I know we've kind of done it before, but I've actually improved and made it larger and with different stuff. Josh, I think you've played it as well. I don't know if you have yet, Jailer, or not.
Nope.
But
No.
it is very much where you are basically like the thieves going into the Home Alone house, and you have to worry about everything, like all the different stuff around you.
Oh, instead of saving the kids, we're
No, you're the
trying to
wet and
kill it
sticky
this time.
bandits.
Yeah. Well, in my last one, the kid was actually a demon who had killed his family and been living in a house by himself.
Nice.
It was awesome, actually. That's actually Jep's backstory. He lost his partner Merv because the McCulkin kid basically got him framed for murder and stuff. It was insane. Yeah, that's a whole ordeal. But I've actually made like a little small one-off to play as where they can actually go in and try and like whatever.
Should be a good time.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do that in a couple series from now. So we'll have like a little Christmas event where I will do it alone, but it'll be D&D. So yeah. With that, that's our episode for tonight. Thank you all for watching so much. It's been a blast. We're very excited to end Strahd and go on to the next thing, which you still have to figure out what we're going to do for that. So stick with us.
Anybody has any ideas?
Yeah. Anyone else want to take over DMing?
Eventually, I'll try.
Yeah, that's
Forever DM.
I'm used to it at this point. I'm not saying I don't like it. It's fun. But yeah, well, next one. If we're not doing this, I really want to do the sigil. I want to go into the next. They just came out with the book too. I know, Rude, you have it, don't you?
Landscapes.
Yes.
Yeah, I have the physical book, so
Yeah, I
That
would
does
love to
mean
do
we would-
Planescape.
that doesn't mean we
Online.
wouldn't have the info on Beyond, but
Yeah, I mean, well, you can still read off the book and just put in your encounters and stuff like that in there, as long as you have the creatures for it.
true.
You buy
But-
the like $60 bundle box. So I got was the come with all 3 books in it.
I want the one with the special art.
okay.
They have like an alternate cover. It looks really cool. One of the artists did it. Sweet. But yeah, I figured that'd be fun. That's actually one that I wanted to do with Tinker Tome. Going was there to sigil, trying to create his perfect being.
We've got options.
There's some stuff we can do. I created a world, whoever we could figure it out. But yeah. So regardless, on the horizon, we'll be doing something else. We'll go on to the next thing. It's just we're wrapping up Strahd, and then we're going to be working on wherever campaign we're going to next. Maybe same characters, maybe different. It just depends. I don't know. I think you actually like Marilyn now, don't you? That's the most damage I've seen you do with Hellish Rebuke. Oh my gosh. I've never seen that work that well.
Well, I used like a level 3 spell slot, so it does 4d10.
There you go.
Oh.
Guaranteed to hit. So
Just remember, when you do that, those are gone. Like, there's no rest right now in this castle.
I know.
I want them dead so bad.
Just like a bird.
They hurt me.
Oh, how dare you touch me, you filthy peasant.
Any level ups from this?
Where are you guys at right now?
Oh.
I mean, we haven't really been keeping track of XP, I think, but
I made exactly enough XP to be level 7.
Level 6.
7.
7.
Marilyn, you for sure are gonna level up this time. I will say that. So give yourself a level up.
Yeah.
Because the experience from those vampire spawns is actually quite a bit. It is quite a bit of experience. You guys not yet. You're close, but not
No.
yet. I'm sorry.
No, that makes sense.
It was quite a bit of experience, but you're no.
How much for the mongrel folk?
Is that enough? How much for the rats?
The butler, let's find him.
Oh man, I will say if you take out the butler, do you probably that's definitely enough.
Yeah, I
You-
did realize as soon as I said, like, oh wait, he probably is pretty decent.
Yeah, he is no pushover. I will say that right now.
Yeah, he's been putting up with Strahd for who knows how long.
Mhm.
That's true.
Gotta level up after that.
Not to mention, I'll give you a little hint. He has also a connection to the Fae as well. Yeah.
Is he Margotha?
Yes.
What?
Is he the hag that sent the mongrel folk?
No, he is not.
Oh, okay.
She's actually she's a random encounter in the castle.
Oh, okay.
Let's not do that.
Her and her cat are both a random encounter in the castle.
Another cat?
Yes. And it's just a cat. It's not even like a special cat. It's literally a cat.
He can be Mr. Boots' friend.
Mr. Whiskers and Mr. Boots. Victor would like to have another stuffed animal.
Mr. Pants and Mr. Boots.
Mr. Shirts and Mr. Boots. Mr. Hat and Mr. Boots.
No, it's
Mr.
Puss in
Gloves and
Boots.
Mr. Boots. Puss in Boots. With that, all right, that ends our stream for tonight. Thank you guys all so much for watching. We appreciate you once again. We'll say that again. And we'll catch you next time. See you later.
Well,
Bye, everyone.
bye.